The girl wanted to get back at her ex-boyfriend. She picked up a cake and threw it at him, but she slipped on the ground. It hit the president standing right beside her. What was even more ridiculous, she accidentally pulled down his pants in panic. The girl was too shocked to speak clearly. She wished she could disappear right away. The president was completely stunned by her actions. The girl ran away in terror. The huge scandal instantly made the president go viral online. She felt terrible after realizing the trouble she caused, but then she thought she would never see him again in her life. She finally felt a little relieved, but the very next second, his cold gloomy face appeared right in front of her. She hid herself under the table at once. When she tried to sneak away quietly, the drunk president pulled her tightly into his arms. He made an unreasonable request to her, telling her she could ask for anything. Her father needed expensive money for surgery. She made up her mind firmly and asked him for $50 million. He agreed without a second thought. They spent a night together unexpectedly. She looked at the check the next morning. She never liked taking advantage of others, so she put some spare change on the table and left right away. When the president woke up and saw the coins, he thought she was insulting him and got extremely angry. She went to a company for a new job. She had no idea it belonged to the president. A colleague picked on her on her first day. The colleague saw hickeys on her neck and medicine delivered by a delivery man and assumed she got the job improperly. He opened the medicine bag in public and mocked her harshly. She was not someone easy to bully. She grabbed the medicine box and tried to put it in his mouth. They started fighting with each other. The president walked in and saw everything. He recognized her at once. She was completely stunned. He called her into his office immediately. He showed her the change she left behind and asked why she humiliated him. When she tried to explain, his assistant walked in with traditional Chinese medicine, reminding him to take his medicine. His grandma worried he stayed single for too long and doubted his health condition. The girl couldn't help laughing. Looking at his serious face, she offered to heat up his medicine, but she squeezed too hard and broke the medicine bag open. Dark liquid sprayed all over his face. He angrily drove her out of the office. To pay for her father's follow-up treatment, she ate nothing but steamed buns every day. The president saw how she lived frugally. He asked his assistant to bring her in and told her to eat lunch in his office daily. Seeing her confused expression, he made up an excuse, saying there was a company rule. She would get $5,000 for every pound she gained, claiming it improved work efficiency. She got excited instantly hearing the money and ate her food greedily. He asked the assistant to pay her 1 month's salary in advance. She rushed back to her rental house happily, only to find all her luggage thrown outside. The landlord sold the house without telling her. She had no home and stayed at the company overnight. The president working overtime saw her. She quickly explained her situation to him, but his assistant disagreed strongly, saying it ruined the company's reputation. She begged the president to let her stay. He pretended to dislike it but agreed quickly. Right after she arrived at his house, the hospital called her, telling her her father's condition worsened. She needed surgery fees immediately, or her father would lose his life. She had no choice but to borrow money from him. It made him lose his affection for her at once. He thought she only cared about his money. He still gave her his bank card and walked away silently.